How is everybody doing today? It's Carl here, and today we are going to be replacing the water pump on the LS1. So we bought a new AC Delco water pump, so it shouldn't have any problems with fitment or sealing up nice. And we got a new thermostat with housing, and we got nice brand new gaskets to go with it. So we're going to start by taking off the intake, and then we'll do upper and lower hose, take the belt off, and then we'll see what we have to do next. Now that's out of the way, it should be pretty easy to get this upper hose off. And since we got the upper hose off, I think I'm going to take off this steam port hose just because it might get in the way. And now that's off. Time to do the bottom hose. And the lower one is off. So let's take off the belt and try to find which bolts we need to take off that bolt the water pump on. Now that I got the belt off, I think I'm gonna go buy a new belt because I'm seeing signs of just it being worn out. Like this, looks like it kind of melted here. I don't know how that happened, but at least the numbers are still visible because this is kind of a custom size that I had to go to the auto parts store like 3 times to buy, just because I had to custom measure it and find something that worked. So now that we have everything truly out of the way, there's nothing in the way, it looks like it's going to be 3 bolts down there and 3 bolts over here to get this water pump off. And I was totally wrong. I forgot there's the heater hoses down there that I got to take off too. So to get to the clamps on the heater hoses, I had to take off the thermostat first, because I was dumb, and when I put the clamps on, I should have just aligned it away where I could have got to them without, you know, taking the thermostat off. But here we are, it'll be fine. And then at least we can compare the thermostat housing to the new one just to make sure everything's correct. And then we can finally take off the water pump. And the heater hoses are finally off, so now let's get into the water pump. The old water pump is out, and no matter how you do these jobs, they always turn into a big mess, always. I've never done one that I've never spilt on the floor. Maybe that's just me though. So I got the new one out of the box, and I got the old one right here. So it looks like they updated designs here where there's a cover right here. So I wonder if you could just replace the impeller at one point, and then now it's just a solid unit where you don't have to do any of that. Or actually, it looks like you could pop off this cover, so it's just a different style cover. The only thing, I don't see anything different on the water pump itself. It's always good to check though, this is why I'm doing this. But I did see a little slight difference with the thermostat housings. I really don't know what the difference is, because it looks like pretty much it should line up just like the old one. I mean, they're slightly different. You can see the snouts are different. I don't know what this one hole is for though, but it all looks to be the same. So, I mean, pretty much the holes line up here. I just don't know if there should be that much face showing, but I think it's going to be okay. I mean, it all fits the same. Before I even think about putting the new one in, I'm definitely going to do a lot of cleanup here. You know, let's get all the grease and all that off, make it look pretty decent and presentable. I got everything all cleaned up and prepped for the new water pump. I pretty much did a brake cleaner power wash, and then I kind of just slightly sanded down the mating surfaces for the new gaskets on the water pump, so everything will seal nice without any crud being there. Before I am ready to fully install this water pump, I need to put on the thermostat and the thermostat housing. And the kit did come with a new gasket, so that's cool. And then I already cleaned up the bolts, so once I put this on, we'll be ready to go. The new thermostat is installed, and I did torque it to 7 foot-pounds, which is 84 inch-pounds. So let's get this monster bolted up to the block. The water pump is installed and it is torqued down, so I'm gonna end the video here. This is just one more thing that we had to finish up that was a problem when I put it in storage. So far we have done the dipstick on the transmission, and we did the leaky water pump. Now I just got to finish up. I got a oil level sensor plug that the one I have on there is leaking, you know, after years of use. So I got another one. I also bought a new serpentine belt, so we'll put that on there since I took the old one off. Might as well put a new one on. And yeah, in the next video, we'll get all the hoses hooked up, and also got a new coolant temp sensor to put on, might as well, since we're here and all the coolant drains. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.